It happens when kids get together. They get sick, those young immune systems learning how to fight. But this year, well, the summer cold season is worse than ever.
It's almost as if the, all the viruses that were hiding during the pandemic when everyone was tucked away have come back.
As Dr. Fisher from UMC tells us, those illnesses that usually run their course throughout the year didn't. With us at home, they didn't have any hosts. So as much as you've been waiting to get back outside, those sicknesses have been waiting for you, too. Now, winter sicknesses like adenovirus and RSV are here in June. So why is this all happening? Well, you might not know this, but your average kid will get exposed to a new kind of sickness every 8 weeks. Only during COVID, that wasn't happening. Kids weren't around each other, which means all of these bugs are now back at once, right now.
They're getting exposed to all the viruses that they don't typically get in June. But now here we are, and they're back.
To make things even more complicated, it is really hard to tell a bad cold from COVID. After all, a cold is a coronavirus. So if your kid is sick, Dr. Dahlia Walk says it's best just to play it safe.
If at all you're concerned, take them in. Would rather you be safe than sorry. But when you're on the fence and you're like, can this get worse? Talk to your doctor, reach out to your medical provider. They're open now.
That's right. Good evening, everybody. Lombardo came to Rancho because he is a Rancho graduate, class of 1980, and he now wants the top job in Nevada. Joe Lombardo came to his old school to make sure you understand what he thinks of the Democrats who control the governor's office, legislature, and all but one constitutional office.
We have a governor and legislature focused on protecting their own party, guaranteeing single-party rule so they can introduce state income tax, raise your property taxes, and advance public policy that would make Bernie Sanders blush.
Never mind, no Democrat has called for a state income tax, which is unconstitutional in Nevada. Lombardo says he's running to stop single-party rule. And while we're on the subject of taxes, Joe Lombardo wants to make one thing clear.
So let me draw a line in the sand. I will veto any new taxes that the legislature sends my way.
This two-term Clark County sheriff joins a Republican field that already includes North Las Vegas Mayor John Lee and Reno attorney Joey Gilbert, both making a hard run for the Trump base. The field could also include former Senator Dean Heller and Nevada Congressman Mark Amodei. My question for Lombardo, what's the Joe Lombardo lane?
That's an easy lane. Mine is the law and order lane. If you see what's going on across the United States, we're seeing a proliferation of crime, a significant increase in crime, especially violent crime, and I know how to fix that.
Lombardo says under him, Metro had a no-tolerance policy that kept Las Vegas safer than other cities. It's a message he will carry statewide as he left for northern Nevada this afternoon to introduce himself to voters outside Clark County.
This is the lowest we've been that I have ever remembered.
Lake Mead receiving national attention for its historically low water levels. Park officials are making sure it doesn't impact the fun this 4th of July holiday weekend. Our Tiffany Lane has details on what you need to know.
I think people are going to come out to have a good time. I really do.
Mike Tiffany has lived by Lake Mead since 1993, and like other Independence weekends, he plans on enjoying time at the lake this year.
We will have a nice family day, vacation, picnic on the shore all day long.
But he knows things are different right now because of low water levels.
We remind people to prepare when they come out here and recreate like they've never been here before.
Last weekend, boat ramps were down to 1 lane.
So far, we've seen 3- and 4-hour wait times on the weekends.
Colville Bay reopened Monday, and Hemingway Harbor will be closed Tuesday. By Friday, park officials are hoping to have both boat ramps open with 2 lanes, as holiday weekends typically bring in 150 to 250,000 visitors.
So we are asking people to come early and get in a boat slip if they can.
And they're not the only ones trying to prepare ahead of the crowds. A month ago, where I'm standing right now was covered in water, but take a look. You can see how far that water has pushed back in front of Lake Mead Marina, and for that reason, in just a few days, they'll be having to move it over to deal with the low water levels.
This is the lowest we've been that I have ever remembered.
That is Crystal Stockwell, a co-owner and operator at the marina in Las Vegas Boat Harbor.
When you're walking up the walkway, our courtesy dock is getting so low that you're not even going to be able to park there because we're getting so close to the shore.
She and the team will be putting in intense work to move the entire marina about 80 feet for a second time in weeks.
We're going to go out, and then we will they'll probably shift us over a little bit.
This is especially helpful with this being the first big holiday with no COVID capacity restrictions or closures.
They're ready to get out and have a good time and be able to hang out and enjoy everybody.
Trying to beat the boat lines.
Trying to beat the boat lines, gonna beat the boat lines. I had to get down here to launch my boat at about 5 in the morning. That way I didn't have to wait in line.
In Lake Mead, I'm Tiffany Lane reporting.
We have an update to a scary situation on the Las Vegas Strip this afternoon. Metro Police called to the MGM Grand after reports that someone was spotted with a gun, waving it around possibly. Some people claim they heard of shots fired. It all appeared to be unfounded. This was just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Metro says they found no credible information that any shots were fired. No victims were found. And officers on the property also say they found no evidence that anyone waved or even showed a gun inside the casino.
Hi everybody, I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.